Dr. Narendra Sharma, the founder and chairman of the Neighborhood Outreach Connection, probably spends as much time at town council meetings as anybody I know. Dr. Sharma, first of all, before we get into setting the agenda for the candidates' debates as they come up for Hilton Head Mayor, let's talk about the Neighborhood Outreach Connection and how you all had to kind of react to Florence and how you're back up and running this week.
Well, I must say that things ran smoothly. We followed the school district's protocol and whatever decision they made. So our centers were closed last week, but we will be in force again this week. Prior to that, I must say I'm happy to report that all our centers are running well, the 6 centers in Beaufort County, particularly the one at Cadillo at St. Luke's Church. So all in all, we are happy, and we are again sort of moving towards the targets that we have set to help these children.
All right, and they're certainly doing a wonderful job of doing that. With your experience, with decades of working with the World Bank and understanding how the world of finance works and understanding what we're facing here on the island as well, I'm going to let you help me and help all of us here on the island try to maybe frame what we should be asking the mayoral candidates. There are 7 of them, after all, about the critical issues that face the island. What's number 1 for you?
Well, I think one has to look at the overall economy. But if I had the opportunity, I think the first question I would ask each of these 7 candidates is in 3 minutes to tell us their vision of Hilton Head Island, say over the next 25 years. In other words, what would Hilton Head look like in 25 years?
Do you think that would likely be a different vision from this whole visioning thing that we went through over the past couple of years?
I hope so. I think there will be 2 aspects to that. One, they will look at the vision that has been articulated and discussed pretty widely. 2, they'll be able to reflect and ingrain their thinking, what are their priorities, or how they see the transformation taking place here in Hilton Head. And in 3 minutes, they should be able to give us a good idea of what their thinking is.
All right, I'm going to give you 60 seconds. What do you think? Are there really important, critical economic issues facing the island?
Yes, I think so. It's not only the issues that we face, I think the opportunities that we face to make a Hilton Head economy more robust, in other words, promoting growth and diversification, so that indeed it creates opportunities for young people and others as well, and for Hilton Head to achieve an economic growth rate of 3 to 4%. And that, I think, will pave the way. Now, clearly, there are a number of key areas and challenges that Hilton Head has to address, and the candidates they need to articulate very clearly where do they stand on a number of important challenges.
Yeah. With regards to that diversification, where do you see some opportunity here?
I think overwhelmingly our economy is really based on the service sector.
Sure.
And somehow we need to diversify, looking at the technology, business, professional sector, artificial intelligence. These are some of the areas. Given Hilton Head Island's economic base, there's only so much Hilton Head will be able to do, looking at things in a traditional way. So those are some of the expansion areas. I think the other important area for Hilton Head will be to cast its economic planning in a wider range. In other words, looking at economic access with Bluffton, the Low Country area, the metropolitan area. And I think Hilton Head has certain comparative advantages, but on the other hand, I think planning would do better if we sort of looked at a much wider area than looking at the island itself.
All right, opening our eyes to new opportunities, something that we certainly need to do. Dr. Sharma, thank you so much. You've kind of given us all, I think, maybe a frame of reference to head into the discussions about. 7 weeks from now, we'll all find out. We appreciate your time again.
Thank you, but if I may just inject,
yes.
Just to put some specific points over here. When talking about the economy, I see 3 areas, challenges that we face. One is the workforce development.
Certainly.
The other one is affordable housing and infrastructure itself. These are the 3 key areas. Without addressing them with clearly defined priorities for short, medium, and long term, we'll be hard-pressed to achieve the broader goals that we are talking about, diversification and growth of about 3 to 4%.
And that
And
certainly
the candidates need
that
to
certainly
be,
speaks back to what you're working with also at the Neighborhood Outreach Connection.
and then the candidates need to be very specific. It's no use talking about saying that affordable housing is important. What do you mean by this? What will you focus in the short term, long term? What are the needs of the working class people? What are the needs of the middle class? I think in the past, a lot of our discussions have been in generalities. And I think time has come now for us, for the candidates, to articulate more clearly, precisely, what are the actions they are espousing, what policies are they considering, so that indeed we can grapple with the larger problems associated with affordable housing, workforce development, and infrastructure development. And I'm afraid unless our candidates are going to be pushed to talk about specific actions, we will continue doing business in the way we have done over the past 10, 15 years.
Agreed. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma, for your input. Again, well, I think we've helped to frame the agenda going forward, and we'll see how the candidates respond to all of that. We appreciate it. Dr. Narendra Sharma
Thank you, Bob. Good
of
luck.
the Neighborhood Outreach Connection. We're going to be back and talk a little football when we come back here on the Hilton Head News.